It's Tomb Raider Tuesday, lovelies! Playing Tomb Raider on a Tuesday and no other day for fear of horrifying legal reprisals. Lawyers, barristers, everywhere waiting to spring false marketing claims on me. Impossible to raid tombs at any other time. Repercussions lurk around every corner. We're in Venice, Italy, here on the second level of Tomb Raider 2. Specifically, Via Caravelli, a street that I'm almost certain doesn't really exist in Venice, as extensive internet searching only seems to bring up fraudulent-looking Italian restaurants located and run by people in and of decidedly non-Italian-looking origin. L'Alba is not in Italy, is it? I lost my Italian friend, Abembue. Last time on Tomb Raider Tuesday, we were ambushed in China by a thug, a gun-toting heavy, working for an ominous-sounding fellow named Marco Bartoli. Fortunately, the brigand had quite obviously lost a fight with his alcoholism that day and clattered harmlessly to the ground, mumbling foolishness about monks, daggers and chosen ones before drinking poison and flying off to Mafia Heaven, which is where God begrudgingly keeps all of the gangsters who are frustratingly also devout Catholics. So, here we are, prowling around Marco's estate. Not actually his, still owned by his father, Johnny, according to the hired goon's laptop we found back in China. And this is the first stage in which you really get an introduction to a lot of Tomb Raider 2's new quirks and features. The first level on the Great Wall plays just like a mid-game Tomb Raider original. In fact, I don't think there's a single point in it where you need to use any of the new moves or elements of the game, besides a zip line at the very end. But here in Venice, as you saw back there, we just had to utilise the new backflip dismount to get off the ladder. We'll be pelting around in a speedboat in just a moment, and we're also given a pretty filling appetizer of the kind of human resistance we can expect throughout the game. Much more prolific than its predecessor, which only had 4 people to take out, spread over 5 mini-boss fights. Now, those enemies, as ridiculously characterised as they were, with an honest-to-God cowboy, an honest-to-God skate park bully, and an honest-to-God Michael Clark Duncan impersonator who suspiciously transformed into a Mexican bandito the closer you got to him, plus Larson, an honest-to-God simpleton, who I still felt that we have violated disability protection law by even attempting to converse with. As cartoonishly arse as they were still the deadliest enemies in the game, thanks to their firearms, which could just shear enormous amounts of your health away. Well, now you gotta deal with entire stages full of them, and if they're any less lethal, it's not by a great margin, so you gotta nail a solid tactic down to neutralize them quickly. So we're gonna charge straight up to him here, and every time he goes to turn around or takes aim, we just hit the roll key to take advantage of his sluggish turning circle. And if you've been following since the first Tomb Raider playthrough, you'll have seen me using this strategy on anything that we were forced to fight in close quarters on open ground, especially the Panthers in the Return to Egypt campaign from Unfinished Business. Human beings are unquestionably slower than Panthers, amidst all the Grecian gorillas and Aztec artifacts in Peru. That was something they did manage to get right. So it's actually a lot easier to pull off here than in the original, and will save you an approximate fuck ton of health. If, like me, you believe using medipacks to be dishonourable and a source of great shame to your family. A filthy rat took a lump out my ankle there. Slightly smaller in this game, the rats, compared to the hairy alligator hybrids we battled in the cistern from the first title, but certainly no less bloody annoying. Another nice improvement here on the PC version of Tomb Raider 2 is that we don't have to go docking into the menu every single time we want to change weapons, or light a flare, or what have you, or where fucks you, thanks to the addition of hotkeys. Now I'll cycle fairly regularly between my regular pistols, my automatics and my shotgun over these first few stages, as not all of your human opponents are packing heat. Some of them want to get up nice and close with their baseball bats, often in very confined spaces where they can close you down easily and relieve you of a row of teeth, so it's vital to be able to spread your ammo reserves over the situations that call for them, which is made a lot less tedious by having a nice shortcut to your arsenal. Thankfully the boat doesn't have a health meter because I banged the damn thing around like a drunken sea captain. The boat does have a turbo feature that will see much better at the end of the level, while I don't have to take fiddly corners inside of a fucking sewer, and I have to say, in general, the vehicles in this game handle very nicely for the time it was released. Seems like an easy thing to take for granted now, but vehicle sections in third-person games were, in general, an absolute vomit-inducing atrocity back in the 90s. I mean, I don't want to ruin any ongoing therapy sessions here, but if I mention the N64 game Shadows of the Empire, and then the words land speeder section, I'd imagine the immediate reaction of those that combination makes sense to has resulted in you either falling to the ground in the fetal position, foaming at the mouth, or, at the very least, a blank, emotionless 1,000-yard stare while a single trickle of blood runs out of your nostril. But these aren't too bad at all, gotta say. That improbably placed lever allows us to go out joyriding our stolen boat around the compound now. Goody goody. We'll have to make a couple of stops to punish some walkway goons who wander about the place sniping at you, trying to ruin all your fun. Like this son of a bitch. How dare you? This is the reason for your dwindling tourism numbers. Well, that and your city is being slowly reclaimed by the sea that your idiot ancestors built it on. Venice is a lovely, picturesque place to visit if you don't mind being shoulder to shoulder with aggravating tourist stereotypes practically every second of the godforsaken day. It really is, but my god, that place floods on a whim. Fuck you, gondolas! We'll just hop out here and take care of another pain in the arse off in the distance there. This is another tactic for when it's going to do you a lot of damage to try and get in close. You lock on with your guns at a much closer distance than it takes to maintain that lock, so you can dash in, get your target, and then hop back out of range to relative safety. You tagged me once there, but for the most part they just wander around in circles trying to murder the shit out of thin air, or maybe the ghosts of their many victims. Talking of ghosts, check this out. This bridge is haunted. Whoa! Where did they come from? Ah! Mercy of Christ! Thankfully, Italian ghosts are not immune to bullets, but to balance that out, they get a whopping bonus on charisma rolls, so don't ever try and beat one in a mayoral election. You'll notice the gunmen all seem to have silenced pistols as well by the sound of it. Tactically a very poor move, because you'd think they'd want to alert their colleagues to the presence of a gun-wielding, backflipping plunder bitch like Lara Croft. I mean, not that silencers work in any real kind of context in the real world, like they do in the movies. You're usually still blasting bullets at around 130 decibels, while you can damage your hearing at anywhere from about 85, so I guess if you don't want to alert somebody in like the next town over that you're on a ballistic-based murder trip, you can go ahead and use one. Oh, you're early. There, let's see. Now that's a lovely example of how utterly powerless the mob are against simple gymnastic maneuvers. If the Italian Olympic squad ever launched a serious takeover bid, these idiots would be dead within the hour. Well, we gotta say goodbye to our first boat now, sadly. Let's call him Boaty the First. Short but glorious was his reign, but now he is doomed to meet his end in the brutally violent manner that most European royalty does. Exploded to death on hidden naval mines. Godspeed, Boaty the First. Well, god damn it, what are you doing, you mad woman? There we go. We'll be taking up the services of his heir, Boaty the Stop it, Lara! This is no time for jovial hopping.
But I do so love expressing myself by shattering the world record for highest standing jump by a human being. I don't mean to show off, but insulting the very tenets of gravity make me so bloody jolly.
Can it, Croft? You do as you're told. Do I need to take you back to Croft Manor and throw you down the stairs again?
No, please don't kill me again. The resurrection process is ghastly. Please, viewers, don't leave me alone with this madman. He exploits sadistic oversights in the level design to spawn me atop the roof of my house, and then spends hours trying to kill my elderly butler by using my body as a swan-diving missile. Hours, I tell you! It's not right! Please, help!
That's enough for you for today, Lara. Don't mind her and her liars gang. She steals things and guns down endangered species. She killed Bigfoot. Bigfoot! Did you not see the first part of my Finding Bigfoot playthrough? Could there possibly be a creature that just wants to be left the fuck alone more than him? Takes a couple of goes to get your placement right for the hop up here, but more than worth it, as that gives us the Jade Dragon and our goodie bag for getting all three of them. A big old swag bag of automatic pistol ammo. Don't mind if I bloody do. We're just gonna pop in here to grab ourselves the iron key. That'll raise up another metal gate at another dock. It's all docks and gates this level. Like a Bugs Bunny cartoon set in Microsoft's head offices. As horrific as that would be, if you're ever in the mood to actually cringe until your skin recoils and flees from your body, check YouTube for the promotional guide to Windows 95 starring Matthew Perry and Jennifer Aniston of Friends fame. Can't remember if they're actually portraying their characters from the show in that production, but doesn't really make a difference, seeing as Jennifer Aniston only ever plays Rachel in anything. And Matthew Perry, well, I can't remember seeing a great deal else with him in it actually. The whole 9 yards? He was Chandler in that, wasn't he? I think he was. I took many evening classes to forget that film completely. Killed a man through a solid door there. Lara Croft, ruining the Matrix for everybody. But yeah, go ahead and check out that Windows 95 video. Did I say it was terrible? I meant, the opposite. You'll love every non-sensationalistic second. Joking aside, as if the video didn't already take care of that, I don't rate either of them as actors in general, but I have a great deal of admiration for their performances there, because not once throughout the entire hour or so that this train wreck rattles on for, do either of them ever look as if they're being slowly strangled to death, the light draining from their eyes as their throats collapse. Well, we are but moments away from the big set piece of the stage. Those mines we detonated with the help of the tragic hero Boaty I were sitting bang smack in front of the exit to the next level, which 9 out of 10 Tomb Raider 2 players only actually find out once they've blown themselves to fucking pieces trying to escape over them. Naughty core design, very naughty indeed. And it's not like you'd be going slowly and taking your time either, because the exit gate is on a fairly short timer that activates from a switch inside another boathouse across the stage. And I think you got just short of 25 seconds to get through it from exiting the boathouse. Now, if you're an absolute coward and a cheat and just the most unspeakable breed of scoundrel, you can bypass the entire ordeal by simply swimming out of the building, which means that the timer will never start and you're free to take as long as you want. But god damn it, grow some balls, will you? You disgust me. Nearly there. There's a guy inside that usually blasts half your damn health bar off because there's no good way of getting at him. Here we go. Oh, Christ in a boat, sailing Jesus. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Come on, you mime-faced pussy. Fight! Fight harder! You pitiful weakling. Oh, that's half my health. Fair play. Alright, lovelies, get ready for some action movie theatrics here. This is pretty great, I'm not gonna lie. Lara Croft's general disdain for her environment reaches astonishing new levels here. And go! Nice windows, how much did they cost? I don't care! And fuck your gondolas! Fuck everything that isn't me. You can hear the belt. Son of a bitch, get in the... Lara! I'll chuck you down the damn stairs. You can hear the bell chiming in the background there. That's your timer. Although you're never told how many chimes to count for, so it's mostly useless. But there you go, Venice, all wrapped up. All the kills, all the items, all the secrets. Join me next time on Tomb Raider Tuesday when we'll be heading into the hideout of Marco Bartoli himself in Level 3, Bartoli's Hideout.